Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Mariella. I am married and have one daughter, and I'm going to talk to you about groceries and the price of groceries and how you can cut your grocery budget, because we all have different issues and different struggles. Like right now you might be struggling with money and how to buy your groceries, but maybe you're not struggling and you just want to cut somewhere in your budget so that you can take a vacation or you can buy whatever you want to buy. So right now I am actually in my lunch break. I have a few minutes before I need to get back to work, and I thought I'd give you some tips that have worked for me, and I think they'll work for you as well, in hopes to reduce your grocery budget if that's something that you're interested in doing. I have a list here with, here you go, with 12 tips on how to reduce your grocery budget. And the first one is plan ahead. You really need to make a plan if you want to make the most out of your grocery budget, because if you just buy things, like random things, without a plan, chances are they'll just stay in your pantry for a long time, or your fridge or your freezer. You might have to throw them out at some point, and that's not good for you, for the environment, for anyone. So just plan ahead. You can either make a list of things that you normally like, just so you can keep those on hand. You can meal plan if you haven't meal planned. It does save you a lot of time, it saves you a lot of energy throughout the week, and it saves you money. So I would recommend that. But if you're not a meal planner, as long as you know, like, what do I normally eat? What do I enjoy eating? And just stick to that, and then you can come up with meals as you go if you don't really like to meal plan ahead of time. But that is one tip. The other one is to limit your trips to the grocery store. Personally, I have never been one to shop like every day. I usually shop every week, every 2 weeks, or every month. I've done monthly grocery shopping trips to usually Costco and some other store. But sometimes I do that if I really want to like reduce my grocery budget, because it does help me save some money. If I go into the store for just one item, it is very likely that I'm not going to leave with just one item. So if I just don't go into the store, then it's a lot better. Also, another tip is you need to be flexible. You need to be flexible in the sense that if you're going to the store looking for chicken breast, well, if chicken breasts are very expensive, but you see chicken thighs, then, just switch them up. It's still chicken. You can make almost every meal with chicken thighs and you would make with chicken breasts. So things like that, right? Last time I went to Costco, I was really hoping to get avocados because that's where I usually find them the cheapest. The bag was almost $10, so guess who left without avocados? So now whenever I have a meal that I would have liked to use avocado on, I'm just skipping the avocado, and that's okay. You need to be flexible in order to be able to save money on your groceries. Another tip that I have for you is to use cashback apps like Ibotta or Fetch Rewards. I'll leave a link down below in the description box if you never used them. They are just apps where you have to scan your receipt and you get points, or you get money for your groceries. So with Fetch Rewards, what you do is you get any receipt. It doesn't even have to be yours. You can, find one in the street. You can ask your neighbors, your friends, any receipt. You just scan it in the app. You take a picture with your phone and upload it to the app, and then it'll give you points. Usually the least that you get is like 25 points, and at the end you can change those points for gift cards. I've actually done it. I already tried it out, and you do get a gift card, and the amount of the gift card, of course, would depend on the amount of points that you have. And yes, it's sort of it's not quick money. You have to scan like a ton of receipts to get a $10 gift card, but you didn't have a $10 gift card before, and you just have the receipt there, so why not take a picture? Like, it doesn't show your name or your full credit card information or anything. So in my opinion, it's worth doing, right? Now the other one is Ibotta. With Ibotta, it's a little bit different because you have to actually go on the app, select the store and the products that you would like to buy. You don't necessarily have to buy them, but you do have to select them ahead of time. And then once you go to the store, of course the product will tell you, oh, it's 25 cents cheaper, or it's buy one get one free, or it'll tell you the deal. That's where I've gotten my free turkey and free mashed potatoes, gravy, and other free things. So if you see a freebie, you can just go into the store, get it, and what you do is you actually pay for your products, but then when you leave the store, or even from the store, just take a picture of your receipt. The app will match the products that you had selected with the ones on your receipt, and if it's a match and everything, then you get that money in the Ibotta app. So you have the amount there and you can transfer it to your bank account. So it works. My turkey rebate thingy gave me $30 back, which I mean is great because basically I got $30 of free groceries that I did have to pay first, but then I got that money back, and it's like immediately, so you don't have to wait or anything. Another one is to shop for sales. Every grocery store has flyers, and they have like information on what their upcoming sales are. You can also download the apps, and they have like their digital coupons and everything. So that is one way to do it. You can look for sales before going to the store and see which store works best for you, I guess. Now also remember that not one single store is going to be the cheapest on every product. That's just never going to happen. So Walmart can be cheaper in some things, Aldi in other things. Generally, I do think that Aldi is one of the best priced stores, at least around me, but that does not mean that Aldi has the cheapest price in every product. So you do need to be mindful of that and just know your prices. The other one is to shop your pantry, fridge, and freezer first. So if you know that you want to have nachos the following week, then see if you already have chips, see if you already have cheese, see if you already have ground beef, see if just chicken, whatever you want to use on your nachos. Just see what you already have in your fridge, freezer, and pantry. Make a list of the items that are missing, and then you can go grocery shopping, because it happens a lot that you're like, oh, I'm gonna do some mac and cheese. You go to the store, you buy things to make mac and cheese, and then you get home surprised. You already had cheese and you already had pasta. And if it's an item like pasta that it's shelf stable, then there's not that big of a deal. But if it's like cheese, if it's milk, if it's something that will go bad fairly quickly, then you might be throwing away money there just by not checking your fridge and your freezer first. So that's another tip. Another one is, so I sort of already mentioned this, just browse for deals before you go, which is you can do that online. You can go get the flyers at the stores, but it's just really easy to do that online. You can just search by store and it'll show you the deals around you. Now, another one, don't go shopping if you're hungry. This is so important. I honestly spend a lot more if I go to the store when I'm hungry than if I am not hungry, because if I'm hungry, I'm craving everything and I'm gonna justify all the purchases. I'm gonna see ice cream and, oh yeah, we need ice cream. Oh, when in reality, if I'm full, I'm not gonna think much about those products, or I'm able to say, no, it's okay, we don't need it. Like, if you want to buy it, that's totally fine if it goes within your budget. But again, if you're struggling or if you have other financial goals and you want to reduce your grocery bill, then just don't go shopping if you're hungry. Another one would be to know your prices. I already mentioned this as well. You need to know your prices, because how are you going to know if a product is a good deal if you don't know how much it costs? I have seen differences from store to store. $1, $2, maybe even more. So definitely pay attention to what you buy. If you're like me, you normally have like the same staples. You change things here and there, but your staples are the same. So you sort of know how much you pay for those things. So if you're at a different store, you're able to compare. Or if you're at the same store where you normally buy, if you know the original price, then you're able to compare and see if you really are getting a deal or not. Now, another tip is to buy store brands. Store brands are very good. Most products, I don't really care about the brand. If there's a store brand and it's cheaper, I'll just go for that, and it's just as good. There are certain things though, for example, cream cheese, I do prefer Philadelphia, and it's just, some people may not notice the difference in the flavor. I do, but then again, if I'm cooking with the cream cheese and it's going to be part of a meal, then I'll just go for the store brand because it's cheaper and the flavors are still going to combine, and it's still good. It's still a good option. I just prefer the Philadelphia brand name. Another one that is set in our household is mayonnaise. We have to have McCormick. We don't prefer any other type of mayonnaise. We would eat any other brand, but we prefer McCormick, and as long as we're able to buy that, then we're gonna spend the extra cents or dollar there. But again, that's totally up to you and your household, your family, just whatever works for you. But generally, they are very good quality. They taste practically the same, and they can be a lot cheaper. Another one is to make your own meals. I've talked about this previously, and you've seen videos of me meal prepping, but I do like going out to eat, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love not having to cook, not having to do dishes, just the convenience of having the food in front of me, prepared and served by someone else. That is awesome. However, it's not a secret that you are paying for service and you're paying for convenience. So if you're struggling, if you don't have a lot of wiggle room in your budget, meal prepping or making your own meals at home is going to save you a ton of money. You could make meals for your whole family with the price of just one person at a restaurant. So it is different. Definitely, if you're able to, go take out, eat at a restaurant, whatever you prefer. The experience is great. The food, chances are, it's going to be a lot better than maybe if you were to recreate that same dish at home, because they already have, their touches and their spices. But you can make pretty good meals at home for a lot cheaper, I'm just saying. And there's a lot of information out there. There are cookbooks, magazines, YouTube videos, Google. Like right now, we have access to a ton of information, so you should be able to come up with something in the kitchen. And the last tip that I have for you is to buy in bulk. This, I know not everybody can do this. Of course, it would depend on your financial situation. But if you're able to, definitely try buying in bulk. Sometimes storage can be an issue as well if you buy in bulk, but try to get creative. You can always use extra drawers, or just store things under the bed, or I don't know. I don't store anything under the bed, but I've seen that in another YouTube video. So there are options, and it really does save you money buying in bulk, as long as it's something that you normally eat. If you're going to go and buy, flour, when you don't eat anything with flour, then it's just going to be a waste of money. But if you eat a lot of oats and you want to buy in bulk, then that's fine, because you're still going to eat them. They're not going to go to waste. If you buy in bulk though, make sure to rotate your items, because if you just, you know, leave them there and forget about them, then they might go bad. But that's a different story, maybe for a different video on how to preserve things that you buy in bulk. But yeah, those were my 12 tips for you, and I hope some of them or all of them are useful to you. Everybody has a unique situation, so like I said, whether you're struggling or whether you're just trying to save some money, definitely try to apply some of these tips and let me know how you feel if you do. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, all the good things, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.